everyone, Screaming Geek Media here. I am Jerry the Geek. Today's video, we got a 4K review of. We're going to talk about Fistful of Dollars. Now, before we get into this, if you like physical media, 4Ks, Blu-rays, DVDs, like home theater and movies in general, please check out my other videos on my channel because I do these reviews, I do unboxings, I do collection updates every month, I do different discussions. Check that stuff out. Hit the like button, subscribe. Turn your bell notifications on for future videos. So let's talk about the 4K of Fistful of Dollars. Now this is from Kino Lorber. This is not the Arrow. The Arrow ones just came out and everyone's doing reviews of those. So I've had these for a while, but I just now finally getting around to watching them. So I thought I'd give my thoughts on them and let you know how they are. If you want to get this one or hold out for the Arrow. So the movie here came out in 1964, so it's before I was born, so this is, a lot older than I am. Directed by Sergio Leone. You got Clint Eastwood, I don't know if I probably butcher this name, Gian Maria Volonte, and Marion Cook. Basically, Eastwood's character, really doesn't have a name, but the Undertaker guy, he calls him Joe, so that's the only person actually. Everyone else is the Americana. But he's a drifter. He comes into this town and learns that there's these two feuding families after each other. And he's kind of caught in the middle and decides, I'm going to work off both of them. So he does. He ends up working for both of them independently, but they don't know it. And he's making money from both of them. And just adds just adds fuel to the fire and gets all this crap going on. So it's actually kind of funny because he's making profit off of them and cause them to even go more at war. That's a fun movie. Definitely it's kind of your early spaghetti westerns. Now the 4K here again. This is the Kino Lorber. This came out in 2022. Along with the other two, a few dollars more and Good, Bad, and the Ugly. But Arrow just put those out as well. Again, I just got the Kino. I'm happy with them. Now, the movie was filmed in 35mm. Does have a 4K digital intermediate, but does not have any HDR or Dolby Vision. A lot of early Kino stuff, they didn't use HDR, which I'm not sure why, but now they are. But considering that, even without the HDR, this is pretty impressive. I mean, this never looked so damn good. Has some really good details, some textures, some really good pops of color, nice, saturation. Like his poncho he wears, it's a very dark green. I mean, that's really nice. The uniform soldiers, the blues there. Of course, some of the blood effects really pop off the screen, but at the same time, it shows how fake it looks. And you can tell it's not real blood. It's just too vivid, too bright red. But you gotta remember, this was the 60s. Probably looked, that part probably looked better on VHS. Just 4K just brings out that. But yeah, the details, close up the faces, the wrinkles, the stubble, beard, even as far as skin pores. I mean, this looks pretty damn good considering it doesn't have HDR, no Dolby Vision. Now, as far as a Blu-ray comparison, I've never owned this, so I can't compare it with the older Blu-rays. And the Blu-ray here is, from Kino, so it's going to look, it looks pretty damn good in its own. Now for the audio, they give us a couple choices here. We got DTS HD Master Audio 5.1 and a 2.0. I did watch the entire movie in a 5.1, and surprisingly, it did sound pretty good. It's not the greatest, but because you remember that it's made in the 60s, it's very dated. Like the dialogue, it doesn't, it's clear, but it's not completely natural because things are dubbed. There's not really any surrounds. There's not a whole lot of ambience there. Just nice soundstage across the front. I did flip over to 2.0 a couple times. It was pretty well done and so on. So leave that up to you to which version you want to listen to. But yeah, the 5.1 wasn't bad. A lot of times your older movies, they remix them and they don't sound right. And this one was pretty good. Now for the packaging here, standard keep case. I got this on sale from Kino Lorber, so it didn't come with a slip cover. You see the back there. And your standard Kino Lorber black disc, Blu-ray and 4K. Which, sometimes, might complain that they want some disc art, but if it keeps the prices from going up, I'm okay with generic discs. That's fine with me. Now, as far as bonus features here, we actually have a couple commentaries, one by a novelist and critic Tim Lucas, and the other one by film historian Sir Christopher Frayling. Don't know who either one of those guys are. Also, we have an interview with actress Marianne Cook. Then we have a featurette called A New Kind of Hero. Then we also have A Few Weeks in Spain, Clint Eastwood on experience of making the film. Then we have Trey Vossi, Three Friends Remember Sergio Leone. Location comparisons, then and now. Then also we have image galleries, outtakes, radio spots, trailers. So some pretty cool stuff here. Now to wrap it up, this is a great addition from Kino Lorber. Again, no HDR or Dolby Vision, but still pretty damn good. And as far as which one you do want to get, do you want to get the Kino or you want to upgrade it to the Arrow Video one? It's basically going to boil down to what you want, because the Arrow will give you more bonus features and they give you HDR and Dolby Vision. But if you want to save a few bucks, if you only want the visual standpoint, I would stick with the Kino. If you want to know more about the differences, Ken over at Mid-Level Media, he actually has a review of this from the Arrow, and he actually does a comparison because he has a Kino. So he does tell you, he gives an honest opinion on, comparisons between the Kino and the Arrow versions. So if you want to know more about that, I'll leave a link to that below you can check out. But if you're okay with the Kino, this is selling for $19.99 on Amazon. If you want to wait for a Kino sale, they normally sell them for $17.99. So, $2 is $2. That's up to, so $20 is not a bad deal if you want to get this right now, or if you want to save a couple bucks, wait for a Kino sale. But if you like the spaghetti westerns, if you like the Clint Eastwood stuff, I would recommend picking this up, whether you get this one or Arrow. It's definitely a must-have. For me, I'm not the biggest Western fan, but I do enjoy these. So, not my favorites, but I'll dig us out and watch them once in a while. So that pretty much does it for my look at the 4K from Kino Lorber of Fistful of Dollars. Please comment below, let me know what you think. I mean, did you get this one, or if you're interested in seeing the differences between this and Arrow, please comment below, let me know what you think. Check out my other videos on my channel, like, subscribe, turn your bell notifications on, and we'll see you soon. Geek out.